Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning, beautiful day. You know, today is May 22nd, 2022, 2023. Yeah. Overcoming a 1 year, I'll go back so cashy. May 22nd. No, but you know, say the election. You know, say they say I don't push the election. So now they go back 1 year back. So. I can only imagine. Hey, 1 year back.
Only accept one. No, only accept 1 minute. Not to even tell. See, now how 1 minute.
But you know, come.
Anything that happen, like happen. We will not sacrifice now. Say the election for happen June 24. We believe say the government don't fail and the bad politicians don't fail with them plan because them plans now for give man that you more chance and give more for empower more for terrorize people in the southeast, especially that then district like Kalau, Kenema, Pujol. Because I know that the spotlight right now, who did they terrorize people more Kenema and Pujol district. So Ibrahim, 1 minute on top June 24, anything happen would accept that. But we not see President Bio in time don't. If we go that election day, nobody know the way they see. Because we really can't allow Ibrahim for take illegality, make it legal alone.
Absolutely.
The time you do it for them to pass through parliament, they say, okay, now because of ABC reason, we're still not satisfied. Let parliament legally extend time. Legally, we accept that. But there is no way Ibrahim they can't see, don't say, after June 24. June 24, people are ready. So the willingness and the motivation of the people now they look at that you are civil, they say cash on do like that tells you the Sierra Leoneans are ready, their mind is set. Now just the politicians, and this is what we do some politicians to me, specifically Ibrahim. This morning we can for share to me. The man's statement is that the fight not alone, not to APCs, but the fight not against the people of Sierra Leone, against the bad politicians. That is the fight. Absolutely. And that's what we are fighting against.
Absolutely. That's a fact. So again, Fambolem, today is May 22nd, 2023. May 22, 2023, just to clarify. But going back to Comrade Point and Cash here, that, you know, maybe if we take them back 1 year, the APC as a political party don't learn a lot of things them when they for do right to meet to that next 1 year where the election before happen. I don't think anybody before Kai again can tell we say, when we ask members of parliament, say, una go falla outside and they go print this voter ID card. Una someone moment can I wake on a kind of parliament. They can tell me for voter register. From all the talker, we call their attention, say, where is the voter register? They don't delete 279,000 names. Where the voter register? Where the voter register? Kashi and Comrade, maybe if we go back 1 year, nobody will come and can question we integrity or where we speak for can talk me away. But that is the only advantage. But however, elections now 33 days from today. 33 days, 33 days, June 24, they make 33 days the election, is right? It go on, ma. And you know, Comrade Nkashi, we listen to Brother Siri Tunis, who is the PRO of the APC party, a very legitimate voice of the party, where he talk in speech where he say everything, but Alekusa he end and where he tell people and say, all what do they do? Una still go check una voter ID card. We know say we plan for take the matter as a protest and everything, but we still go take on a voter ID card. Now I say there we go, because that is the missing piece of the puzzle. Let people not sit down and say, hey, the APC say we agree again for take this voter ID card. So therefore me I don't want this voter ID card. I sit down house, we vote again. This election also, this voter ID. Una go take on a voter ID card. That was very critical and that was very important. That all message for me, the whole thing. But you know, some people them. You see, we can discuss few things now, so when I can also say we go out the conversation go so okay suave small bits no more, but we come back to our main point. But you see, Sierra Leoneans, the fact of the matter remains, what do we look at right now with everything what happened in our country over the past 5 years? Like how Comrade Nkashi they say I just know about the fact that this election is about the people of Sierra Leone versus bad politicians. We see how we get opposition within the opposition. We see how we get members of the opposition actually fighting with Madabio. Then they support Madabio's agenda because for 5 years, Parliament sit down. Every bad way happened in that country, every bad law that was passed, the Parliament was part of it. And inside the Parliament, you get the APC, you get the NGC, you get C4C, you get the SLPP. They sit down, they allow APC had 59 members of Parliament. They sit down, they watch the SLPP, they support them, pass all kind bad laws. We need the parliaments pass one good law in that country there. We get anything for do with the welfare of the people, of the citizens, but pass them contract, diamond contract, mining contract, welfare bill, what go allowance. Those were the kinds of things. And not yet one day anything okay for do it for enhance the healthcare system in the country better. Lost them in that country there. Sierra Leoneans over 5 years will watch him. Marabio destroy Sierra Leone by himself. It destroys Sierra Leone with the help of opposition leaders. You check the APC, you check the NGC, you check the C4C. We see how they all performed at the parliament for 5 years. Then destroy with democracy. So we don't blame Marabio one grain. We don't blame every one of these individuals, all of these guys. But Salon people, what you want for call the attention of the main message there. Now for ensure say people waiting at the APC party, when they come out with messages, the message for they in synchrony, for they align, for they in alignment with the secretariat. That is, when the secretary general of the party talk, what he say, now for come buttress. Or when the PRO of the secretariat, city tourists talk, what he can talk, now anybody else for come buttress. Let we give one message to the people. Let us give scatter messages. You look on Twitter, for example, let us read this message, comrade, from our brother Adi Macaulay. Let us see now where maybe there is a disconnect. I don't think so until we brother see exactly what he say. But he say, and I discuss this point there. I didn't read the whole thing, but I discuss one particular point. I didn't reach it. Adi Macaulay tweeted out, say, it is regrettable that despite pressure from good governance activists and political parties, Mohamed Kanawe Kone and NEC have stubbornly refused to publish the voter register 4 weeks to general elections. Then, this particular sentence now the emphasis they were all to listen to, because maybe it's an oversight on the part of our brother, but this particular side contravene the statement of the political party at this particular point in time. In alignment, in synchrony with what's in the party they talk right now. The only option to force EC Salon, that is NEC, to publish the voter register is to use the courts to compel him/them to do so. Again, when I listen, the only option, that is the catchword right there. The only. These words, when somebody use them, it's very specific. But if we go back to the Secretary General, which they don't ask for the party right now at this particular point, they say they call for protest. They're not specific, say the only. But the main one, they say they're going to call for a protest. So maybe, Comrade Koicha, you pick up this point. I'm going to give it to you. But me, they say maybe the only emphasis where Adi Macaulay they put on this tweet, maybe not me now to what you would say so now. But maybe Ingo gets an opportunity for clarify. Because when you say only, it is like it is sabotaging the efforts of the APC party, not for involved in a protest. But we not say again, brother, Adi Macaulay is one of the people that will push for protest necessarily. We believe in the rights of individuals to protest, as prescribed by Section 26 of the Constitution, where every citizen has the freedoms to their rights of assembly and association. We see brother Macaulay before the August 10 protest. When matter of fact, sometimes we give people the edge for come out and protest, when the idiot was telling people for go burn place there and all that nonsense then it. But brother Adi Macaulay come out and tell Salon people and say, and which is the correct thing, that they have a right to protest. Even talk about procession, what do you mean for process? All of those things. So these are the things I want to say. So maybe lawyer Adi Macaulay not mean for beats the gun on this one, for can speak on behalf of the secretariat to say only, because I think that the only person we get our rights there now at this particular point is the Secretary General, or maybe the PRO, for come now and make these sacrosanct statements, because this is a very sacrosanct statement. So this is the thing we want to call the attention of, at least to a brother, say well, you can say only. Okay, so wait, protest is not part of the other option where the APC get? That is why we call your attention to these things.
Ibrahim, it's not, again, Comrade will come inside on this, because, that there is so much, and this is the inconsistency of the APC over the years. And I believe we will come and talk about some of the things that we, don't lead we to Usai we did so delicate today. But Ibrahim, it's not just like even Adi Macaulay, and like what you emphasize the way they say the only, and coming in the top position at the background to say, we know how the court system don't gain at the country. For when you even not only, first of all, it kind of like it's in contradiction with what the party don't say or the Secretary General. That the fact that it is also you also need for those say, like we're living in a state-captured country where like the judiciary is messed up. Fisher, when not be even qualify, like for years has been kind of like holding the APC to ransom and all that in the day. You see how the court, like whose case they were APC they win right now in that country. But Ibrahim, you see, for me, we've been saying the same thing. The only thing where they kind of like put the SLPP that they place are political actions. Only political actions. You see, Ibrahim, when you look at not only Adi Macaulay, I listen to lawyer Ahmed Sise. They come with a timetable for protest and all that in the day. You see, Ibrahim, the problem where I get with the APC, SLPP is going to look there and they laugh. They say, una bogo vote business now that they plan because, like, they talk about no action. Some of them things there, if we don't say, we say clearly, the ECSL still stubbornly, if I should borrow the words of Adi Macaulay, my tweet, stubbornly they say, no, waiting on the request for, they don't even come back to Una. If anything, they justify and say, Una, they're part of the plan, you guys were part of the plan and all that today. Why the APC don't boycott some of these meetings and decisions? Una, go down, go sign, send them for rally. But yet still, the thing the way they talk about say, like, they stand up against the ID card, the ACS even reply to Una. According to CDI Juris tell we said they don't even reply to them. But yet still, they go and carry on with their reality there. The only thing with CDI Juris points makes sense. Still go pick up on the ID card. Why should they fight the fight? But for them, even they go sign for rally dates them and all that today. For me, it seems for they shake in a decision them. Over to you.
Absolutely, and that's the thing there. Comrade, come on in on this tweet real quick before we go any further, comrade. Because this tweet, maybe I mean they read it that way, but you don't see them. We don't see them quick, now you see them. The only, comrade, talk to me. The only, who is that a Macaulay within the APC for specifically. Now, he get the consent of the Secretariat, he get the consent of Lansana Doumbouya as the Secretary General, the legally elected Secretary General of the APC party, for use the word, said the only.
For say, come sorry before you come inside. For say, Adi Macaulay, the last day we called for protest, because I remember that he was detained for a day or two or so.
Right.
And the CID. For say, they break down for even to talk about protest now that I want.
It could be, because we all remember after the August 10 protest, Brother Adi Macaulay disappeared at the scene. Nowhere to be seen. At the time when Lansana Doumbouya, now they run up and down for go get the body of Evangelist Samson. They fought for other people where they arrest and hold during the August 10 protest. But Lawyer Adi Macaulay was nowhere to be seen. But we've moved past that now at this particular point. But for like come and can say only,
could it be his interpretation of the law for the protest was misplaced? But which I don't think it was.
No, Kasi.
Why is he scared now for the stand for protest?
I believe all of us there so we been getting very good, big respect for that. They should be take boldly for go sit on television and tell them say by law and by law the people of Sierra Leone no they take clearance for say or they call police for clearance say one protest. They ask for police clearance for getting security for protect them during the protest. We all been glad we talk say a protest. Now people their rights. We don't talk at time and again. Protest not to say na privilege, not to say they negotiate because they inside constitution. If they want to accommodate, let not be right, then they go call for the referendum or go drop say to right. Protest and demonstration now right now fundamental rights by law, not to by person liking. You see, Ibrahim when somebody say only, Ibrahim no even need for go better book for like no they say only the only option. Now this year. What in me could they talk here every day would identify the problems na APC party and saloon at us this time. I don't talk as people in the north. We them fickle-minded. If you see them being a confusing statement, then the next option for say well, no for do law Sidomba. You don't understand then?
Right.
Yeah.
Any message with the Secretary General pull, that the Secretariat don't pull them because the Secretary General and the head of the Secretariat, the But in do message by itself. Then get for Sidom, then get for go to them meeting, then not get for approve certificate before in talk. He always talk on the approval of NAC. In not just the messenger. Like what they say, also with the Maui they call prayer. You don't only that for call prayer. Not in the pray people, not in the lead prayer. In that for call prayer for allow them talk sit time for pray. In a you work so the secretarial in your work na for call prayer. What's in the tell them for talk, many they go talk. And all of them, most of them say all of them, most of them they sit on the way the thing happen. And we further see we then civil sector then go present that People's Manifesto where they make where they not start from 2018. We'll see what last time Roman at the face say we are not going to have a peaceful election. We not go first to the causes why election will be peaceful or how you know will be peaceful. So anybody where they make message Ibrahim, if we go in line with what the secretariat say, what the secretariat say, because no one see no one see like where people and they undermine the leadership of the party through the secretary general. Because if he say they begin go with secretary general talk so, this go talk so, this talk so, this go talk so. Okay, I'm calling in the deputy campaign manager for APC, but it doesn't mean say they get the authority for pull messages on behalf of the party without going through the secretary general. But for God's sake, in been done that secretary general. So then here, then for the Sidon now for advice, people them say no do so, because they're not procedures. Before this time, Ibrahim to be read and say APC law follow structure. Well, I don't know what to make now. This structure don't kind of pull around follow now.
Comrade, you know why?
And people,
you know why?
Yeah.
Because the flag bearer, Dr. Samura Kamara, where they travel with the Secretary General, and they travel with Impiaro, who they travel with Deputy Chairman. What he has an for good parliament today? Who they travel with Adi Macaulay. So you see, there is this this fake, thing where they go on within the party. Because Lawyer Lance and Adumboya, believe me or not, it was not the choice of these people. So we can win this election and still not able to accept the fact that it's the Secretary General. But go ahead, brah. Go ahead.
Fine. That's the truth. They started mixing it up. I talk about say, hey, anytime that this is Ibrahim some of us, we always talk to him before it happen. We don't talk for let it happen, also we don't talk. We don't talk for let him correct the mistake. Because me, I hate that already. We say when I be talking, I hate him Ibrahim with passion. I know one talk something for let then say you be talking or I say I be talking. Now me could ring them very early. When they just like when NRM starts, when I make an order, say NRM, they are very good, but this NRM get for go to trouble. Uno na the start so, una get for tap and one day, una you idea get for fetuna. Also, and the way they start and genuinely, they end up for scatter because people like hijacker, where they don't motivate for whole APC to ransom, will say appear for Peter Conte and call them. Not always to ransom until almost 4 years before we will get and structure with for challenge SLPP after 4 years. When they start this lower level election, as they begin say team, I say, hey, this team may get for call beer and they call up beer, you get for bring problem na APC. And up to date, if they see that thing they happen, then they even the segregation. And I tell you something, Ibrahim, let me remind you now. Samuna Kamara now one court case, now it gets APC now one court case, now we get to the NRM. And then Skurma can get 13 court case. And you not get court case with foolish people. Those like Alfred Peter Conte, if you get court case with so bad lawyers, them renowned Lazarus alone, they said Kamal them. They had to read them. These are people who need to put politics. They pick the politics there and I help you handle us na salon politics. But he managed for able for bringing them together till that court case in 2005 to get convention because he wanted to win the election 2007. After that, Ibrahim, after that court case, we had a lost team again at APC. That APC party come together. APC then come together. Nobody no form team make sure do this the party work as a political party. When a party one work as a party, what if they add and avoid that branches in the party? Up till date, why they tell you so one actually media they see the report, some of them media when they report team Adi Macaulay TTD then get up. I know they against person team TTD then get up.
They get up.
Them social media about them. We by now every team apart from them, they want to do them long that study. Let me tell you something, Ibrahim. Who's I going to see? Like sorry for Salom, people are ungrateful. Then we brothers and sisters who have lost the study. The steroid movement, the tag men, the rapid hunt, the NCOP, the social media, and so many other social media who will measure the only body. One day I will measure that the tag men, the steroid, rapid hunt. This has been the first renounced group that we start. Ibrahim today. You know, they even hear them. They ask me where they form, where they come together. They don't form the social media groups. Today they don't kill them. These are people who then don't even so they don't die like by Samson, like Wilson, then die in the name of APC. Samson was brutally assassinated. Even in young group now been formed, but then he even get recognition. Ibrahim is not.
Because get team them.
And also the only person, yeah, they get him there now. We not passing them because they're fixing at them. They be job because like my last time we have to stand up for Samson business. Then therefore actually they say for them. But they call it not for go open all wounds. But one thing that Ibrahim. If we will not talk and time for amend, now so the problem happen. Because that young man, most of them, me, I talk to most of them directly. Then they show them the satisfaction. I always tell them, say, on our patience, the bigger picture of an election. Hey, if they want the win election, let no call nobody. The 5 year of this opposition, matter be now who could defend, will not survive. If you say if you possibly 5 year of this, we matter be who will say will not want matter be now 5 year of this, now who could defend, will not survive. No matter be the feed, that's not the feed. So if PC can come, if they want to not call person, as far as the majority of the people life safe. Abraham, what will talk like that? Life, let the life then become value and let them get freedom. People in that salon right Abraham, then this is salon, then 5 years and they're hiding. If they work on net, like people's power they so, like William they so, like them they will social media brothers them. 5 years then this alone, like say this IG, they're not gonna come to work. Now they see how they talk say like government. Let's say people work and work. At least if you don't get work safe, but they will work up and down, they kind of post work up and down. But no. So how they see now at this time, if the secretary don't put this message, they don't make a press conference, the secretary and don't read on behalf of the party. See, if the next not revise edition on all election problems, then they call nationwide peaceful protest for let the world interfere. Ibrahim, let me tell you something. You report to talk about the salon, especially the lawyers, and they feel bad. At the doubts of at the begin they figure out at the begin point that so what's in the man want to go to. Now for let them go because Ibrahim, this SLPP, then they allow SLPP for use the legal means for do illegality. When they start about PR system, Ibrahim, we can't they will say no, no go court. So now call political action. Ibrahim, the only any sign that the world politics don't solve. Now political action, not Africa in general, political action.
Absolutely.
Any side we see, even the court begin do better thing. Kenya, before the court begin the Tinap State down, we see that massacre will be happy between political parties and say, no, I will kill yourself. Then the court, the shape of they say, no, can get responsibility. Ibrahim, the one wall, political action, that in the solve political problem. Legal action, it can take time. Then goes, okay, if you want to be, Ibrahim, how many case force APC do you ever win that control that they matter? All the judges they force they get that identify SLPP people, they don't place them. Anything, you not see now any absolute going to call and say we do live stream because when the world know say well they can't cut to na cost itself the country cut then aggressive for do this here they don't legal means for do illegality. Ibrahim, seeing that tweet to me, I was very I'm highly disappointed. I know this me, I know it will be for lie and not say the mind and the truth. Life, Ibrahim, if me go into competition, if you beat me, last support you willingly. Anything you do, if you mistake self now, I come to you, I tell you, say, hey, but this self don't do so. But if they all sit up, they see the man go do that statement. What do you mean they not be, if they don't want that, they don't say that not an option. Why they not be say, okay, no, use this. Do we get a legal team? A good lesson where he was a part of APC alliance. Now we get the legal team na APC, where they advise the party on legality system. So if you don't say the court that the only option, why not be say like, okay, that's the I go talk so go use the court rather for tell people and say who they call them for protest. Why the people they're willing for ready for come up for peaceful protest. If I don't know that, I'm not be caution the thing the meeting because they get representative the legal things run that meeting before they go bring that press conference. Why not be say okay now we go do press conference, don't write this tier so don't say they use the court as the only means we use.
And come with the very crucial thing is like Adi Macaulay, as you say, is the deputy campaign manager. And everything it ought for know is for privy to like sensitive information like this. So you cannot say the only thing left of the APC now for good court. It doesn't make sense. Like what Ibrahim when you're talking, you get to synchronize these things. It kind of like they're supposed to be in tune. Absolutely. With like the jointedness of like the APC. It is worrying, Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
It goes back to the point like when all of these things where don't they happen, all of the things that wanted to call for now for protest, yes, Alaki Alfred Peter Conte kind of like disrupts the process so much. And you know the sad thing about this guy, and the fact that, you know, people they talk to and say, well, can't we talk this thing, can't we talk this thing. You disrupt the APC to this extent, put it right, like even at this, you know, this dying minute, why the APC no go dey in sync with everything that they do? You see this whole team 18, like when they come where they emphasize on some, this team gets serious ramification to the APC, Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
It gets serious impact because the whole team A, Lance Nadubuya, again, when you look at it, for saying the try for stitch Lance Nadubuya up, because again, like for Lance Nadubuya, they call for protest. And then Una they make now, like I say now, Una are the good boy.
Exactly, Kashi.
Yes.
Exactly, that's the point. You know, remember, Comrade Kashi, remember the time when I say, hey, let no last night when our line set to be forced into a corner, like for say, you know, the car attacker, you know, effective. They don't push him, then to a corner, then we go reach that side now, they all balance on and back. Say not a wheel. Now the season not a wheel. We don't call for protest. You see, we said we'll go to court. But anyways, go ahead, Kashi. But Comrade Kashi, I want to play that audio. Kashi, I want to play that audio we caught of that parliamentarian, the Liberian parliamentarian, where they be going to ECOWAS, where it talk about the waiting, because I want to play it before I reach. They'll go for deliberation. Like a fine sound, like a clear sound. Because some people, the reason why I want to play this way, Cashbox cut this audio, and from that ECOWAS parliament, when they go make that ECOWAS meeting, it's like Salon, we go present their own, whenever they call for Salon members of parliament, will not be there again. Then that's side. But I play this side with Cashbox cut, and then we'll take it from there. When I listen to this.
Hope you're good, man.
Actually, let me see.
Good day.
Let me see here.
Voters registration. National Elections Commission (NEC) has begun preparations for the 2023 presidential and legislative elections. Voters registration is expected to begin from December 15 to March 17, 2023. The National Elections Commission, registered political parties and international partners have agreed to transition to biometric voters registration system. This will be the first time in the history of Liberia to use such a system. However, there is currently a stalemate which began in August 2022 between the National Elections Commission and the public procurement concessions over the selection of a company to award the contract to supply the biometric system. The National Elections Commission has lettered ECAM two times, claiming that they were the only company that met all requirements advertised and therefore the most responsive bidder. The National Elections Commission requested no objection on both occasions for PPCC to award the contract for the supply of the biometric system and equipment to ECAM, and the PPCC has rejected to do so on both times, stating that ECAM does not have the requisite experience, profile, and capacity to supply the system and equipment. The delay in this procurement process has, by default, disrupted the initial timetable for voters' registration. The National Elections Commission is yet to share the adjusted timetable with political parties or the public.
Awesome. You know, so Kashi, I don't play that audio, they let people hear how the members of parliament them be the Liberia ECOWAS parliament.
No, ignore the call. Go ahead.
Right on. Where them be the ECOWAS parliamentarians them, the Liberian parliamentarians them, inside the well of parliament at ECOWAS parliament be the leading case of what actually they happen. Sierra Leone be get the opportunity at the same time for ladies cases them. Now we take not see the voter register. The voter register has not been seen to this day. We get parliamentarians the way we did and we get an opportunity. Now that ECOWAS parliament. These are all the underlying problems. You know, Comrade and Kashi, the thing will be the fear where they observe by the APC people and a lot of these, you know, it is the thing where they've been take care of in 5 years. The one Lance Dumbuya can't take care of her now in 2 months. Now they want for that's how they see. As he said, like last night now, if we can fix all the problems. From when they talk about all the issues.
What you told this for there, it remind me of that audio way well brother P-Man do yesterday. Where he talk say APC plan the wicked. The one press last and beer, two therefore don't do, whatever don't press the members of parliament for do them. I just smile. You know why I smile, Ibrahim? P-Man, the member wanted to do one would do circumstantly against we. What will they talk say? That's what they talk for this voter register. Say, hey, when I first neck don't begin call the people who register the first 2 weeks, he call the number. What he make that one call the other number thing? I remember he make an audio. Hey, but I left the MP then. What's it for do again? What's it for do so? Now, brother, he did do well. He said he did do well, very well. That's why they come on and off. The street short to use them. They talk to them, but. You know, sometimes I'm not the pick for answer everybody on every tweet posting. Therefore, I will not see the time we will see exactly what will be the talk.
Absolutely.
So when I see that audio yesterday, I smile. I say, well, P-Man, if you yourself now can't talk, say, well, P-Man, come up and then MP there now. He put so many things them out. When they don't join me yesterday, for long hold their brothers here, say, una no allow them to so because all the two they do. Now for hold their brothers and say, no, now we don't have a party day. Una make sure say this party, this government no do what they for do. Because the APC party, you know need for service the party they function. We all know the court case with the party, but una the function. Una in the parliament, and the parliament they can go all the illegality here. If they may agree, they don't be in the defense. They could be talking about this then next week, the balance the last 2 weeks and what we go there add for that voter registration day. All man may agree say let the MP take the responsibility for first neck rather for letting the talk for say one forget we let them pay $5,000 for medical, we let them give you $50,000 for end of time benefit. All we force them for letting take the responsibility. They talk so. But now they don't see them. We can only talk since I don't get late feeling. And late feeling and don't things alone all this while. Hence, if they talk something against rather than the support, rather than the person Ibrahim, you don't talk bad. When until the thing is through them, they don't know say that through the talk. Now everybody talk say, hey, why make the president start to be here? What's make on mix so A, B, C, and D? Yes.
Thank you.
If una the president start to be to this with that, why what's in that be different? We make on for press the one that we be say that be legal problem when they in the parliament and they represent APC. They don't go to parliament as independent candidates. They go represent APC. Why me could not be the president and day? But we talk and say, hey, no, una left lane now. We don't left lane. We don't agree. We don't say Ibrahim. We don't left lane. People talk now. They call your name. What say we necessarily follow?
Absolutely.
What do they go ask it for? So you see, so Ibrahim yesterday you post week, but today they also told me to see say that the MP for all do all that tell you that they can't force us to do for do, and that's the truth, Ibrahim. What's that to for do now? Pass the party take political action. You know, get any ratification because some of them like next time we say they pass through parliament. Parliament they give for what but the answer is very big no. So now forced to go for force next for let next year rectify the problem there.
Good morning, boss man.
You know, Ibrahim, comrade. It's interesting to say like the audio when you play so Ibrahim, you know, this was right inside the ECOWAS parliament,
right?
Where like we did call say like APC MPs them Manley Spain and Cherry Coco could have actually exposed this government. Ibrahim, this morning I woke up, you know, waiting can be aid. Now you see where the APC they go talk about, then the guy go ignore the Africanist press, all he released them. You see, like again, it take me back to waiting AKK they go talk in parliament where he say that opinion. You see, Ibrahim, waiting happened, the SLPP MP them when it raised about the Africanist press because they know too well say if they don't talk in the parliament, they God. Ibrahim Salon, he has prophet for, and he tell you, you know, they know too well say. When once they talk at the parliament, it gets the weight where it forget. So what thing happen when AKK mistake talk at the parliament, they try for first time to make it say that opinion. Ibrahim, when now when we say we can't see so rotten that inside 98.1, the guy went at the end of procurement. Ibrahim Brahma Suare, so it's like this. Now he took and say in all the papers, so he said 95% of what in the Africanist press say, it is true. Ibrahim, he said 95%
exactly
of what in the Africanist press released at the time for the procurement malpractices, them, it's not true. The NPP also international call.
Yeah,
How
NPP.
can that be an opinion, Ibrahim? How? What do you see now with the APC MP them? The APC MP them will be say that the African Express exposes NPP in a way where favor the APC. Now they don't even they mention the African Express. You know why? Because the FP say they do the African Express favor.
Right.
They get relevance if they mention them.
Right.
Ibrahim, but let me go back to what this guy talk inside the parliament. And what they said me now. Now when they talk say how the president for call parliament. Imagine, first of all, that when they talk full talk, they say how the president, like, I know that don't say that former president. If the former president, they don't get the rights again for call parliament. You know, these are some of the stupidity there. Where people like in the talk no more, we don't bell fool. In fact, people in the bell fool self salon because I agree with the country. You know, I don't know if something is wrong with salon people. But they say the president for call parliament. This is a parliament where they say they bulldoze. This is a parliament where they say they don't get power. They don't allocate them. Now when I say that the president, when I say that former president too much, for call parliament, Ibrahim. Now yeah, this guy when they talk the Liberian MP, he could have ECOWAS exposed Liberia. He exposed Liberia. Imagine this was it like November, October last year?
Yes.
This ECOWAS session.
Right.
And this guy they talk say how, imagine 3 months now they give them. He say from the 15th of December to the 17th of March, now the registration. Imagine, Ibrahim, 3 months.
Yes.
3 months.
Yep.
We now have 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Now they give me 2 weeks to register. We say Liberia. We get population past Liberia. We have population at 7 to 8 million. Liberia population at 5 million. Then they give them 3 months for register, Ibrahim.
I tell you.
This is imagine the guy. Imagine they're not beginning registration at all. The guy they tell we about is it Ikemba or so? When that they want give the contract.
Yes.
To print the ID card.
Yeah, yes.
They knew the contractor before they even start.
Yes.
We don't go be them. We'll get a parliament. We go be them. They sit up. Now, in fact, up to today. Now flying news number we get. Hey, that might be going to bring the ID card. They don't even know, Ibrahim.
Lucky.
They don't even lie. They don't even know. This now the people that will get oversight. They pay them for go do oversight. They pay them for go check. They pay them all. Anything when they go do oversight, they get budget for up. Then they pay them, Ibrahim. They don't even know. This is it. Even when the ID card, as rubbish as it is, this is they don't know who that printer, the actual person who printer. This is a Liberian MP. You see opposition we're serious? You see opposition we're serious?
Oh.
Like before you see start. Sorry, Ibrahim, you want to say something?
No, go ahead, bro. I don't say back to you.
Before you see start, the guy they call the contractor. Before you see start, even if you will tell them say they got problem with the procurement issue. Salon go ask with MP them. They just don't take body, they don't let farm. Ibrahim, they don't let the powers to Mother be your waiting, Mother be your field for do. Nobody know they ask down. Nobody know they ask down, Ibrahim. How can a country day, the president don't sound like leopards? That this new mama be the full variable say, but Master Giddy for leopards to say that the thing. Now that they go put on their mouth. It don't sound like the country, Mother be you don't sound like leopards when they don't Master Giddy for. But who they go put on their mouth? Nobody. We just go in the corner no more. Hey, that's what they do we. Hey, that's what they do we. Now, hey, that's what they do we. Ibrahim, you know, salon a country. Salon a country. But we we sit on the watch. We don't even know the contractor. Then now, all of a sudden, hey, they get the one day when they talk, say, how, you know, whenever they talk, 1 year in company election. Oh, I like the Fatima Bio, now I'm conducting this election. And they announce, say, now APC they win. Oh, I like now one person vote. Oh, SLP they go. Okay. We don't call all lengths in there. All them things in the Ibrahim, you know what make them be the talker?
No.
You know what make them be use the puppets for talker?
Yeah.
Because they no one take their responsibility.
Absolutely.
They've told me, Ibrahim, are convinced now. say, them people here they sell. You African Express don't they talk am. Ibrahim, them people here they don't sell out.
But
When the African Express they talk about one guy, something Jalo, what's the connection between he and Cherry Coco, whatever. I do not want to put more today. We don't want to put more today, Ibrahim. But seriously, when you look at the old connection, they get the puppet say, oh, I like now one person in the vote. Now he say, I like now Fatima Bio conduct the election. But now, when it's in on camp and camp, Ibrahim, you say suspect. So man, when the thing get for crash, and I tell you, Ibrahim, the people of Syria, you don't go ever forgive certain people in that country. They don't go ever forgive them. But they want still get relevant for say, hey, I don't call them for protest postpone the election. No, they like the thing, the only thing the way that is they actually Ibrahim.
It's sad.
Justifiable. The thing, Madam, you don't leave the election before. Come here, they always they say, elections are won or lost way before polling day.
Absolutely.
Always they talk about. Ibrahim, that guy they had on the cook dance in there. This is the thing where they paid me. Everything where they say, like we must stand up for now, it was known to us. Everybody will know. That's not be secret. That's not be secret society. We knew about these things. Why is it that now? Because they don't smell and say the one day we don't sell out, they still want to get relevant after when they don't sell the people of Sierra Leone.
I lie.
Kashi, you know, Ibrahim, we don't talk as to music racing. By the way, Ibrahim, somebody called me then this from Kono. He said we thank you, still accepting that to you. And I appreciate the people of Kono for them to understand and comprehend what we don't talk all this while, proceed there for hold the members of parliament then accountable. We want to tell them thank you for we don't take that in the then make in the whole radio program like Kono, somebody called the direct from Kono. We people talk say that made them go past their system because they no see that fly no vote for them because they vote for them so manage to go to parliament.
Absolutely.
So all those who they say I tell them thank you for when they don't understand say that they're right. For hold the MP, they may ask them questions, they may how the country go. You see, also this Ibrahim, if we been they always stay like would they join them for damage.
Exactly.
Give me, we got no book, I women book for myself, figure out the guitar. All those who want Ibrahim, if not for self-interest, and it's only talk if not new interest that we want. As we talk about these 5 years, not to be decided join. Now SLPP.
Exactly.
If you have one for let me self make one, they make them. SLPP not get talk about themselves. The only reason why they just make fun as social media. Then they give them money, they buy for them to do so. The fool now will be getting for offer. So if now new interest of one join, why reserve for my service? I don't start there to tell people when they offer me, I go join them. Victor Hoy don't talk to vice president, and Pakai don't talk ministers and left, right, and center, and in this way they can pay. Then boy joke I then will be valid. And this is the go and join. What about who now will be so no one they go for any government as fast as professional. But we put the country first, Ibrahim. And up till then, as I said, with Abraham, pull on that age. You oppose over this, when you want to incumbent. Look so full and say, we know that for mortgage with integrity. The same first will affect SLPP. APC when they belong, but after I offend themselves, pass affect SLPP. If they say they don't do so. So because they know say what they say all, if they continue for listening, this government for done long ago. Cashbox, look at even the campaign message. We talk about African Express, sorry, SLPP, they don't get evidence, but they don't get evidence, that lie no more. They take African Express, some of you release their voice right on Ebola. They take out they make a campaign message. APC, they get all type of evidence with this young man don't pull, this gentleman don't pull. For not to say that APC they help Cashbox. And they do for he just expose SLPP them badness and devour them in the dangers of saloon than APC. To God then they refuse for even take that mandate statement say, now use that for campaign messages. It's fine. African Express not do as for somebody use the thing for campaign time, but just do animal for let them know say the SLPP will be the talk say APC thief, then not thief persona. What's in bad for Lord America? Cashbox state the mirror what he talks so I can always ask because what's in our opinion? What's in our opinion? What's in our opinion? Opinion as we don't get no facts. You just think, you talk, I don't say, you just think I know what you talk. Then our opinion, Cashbox. African Express to opinion and facts because evidence and the not just a publicity.
Come wait. When you talk about Ebola, so COVID, waiting day where the guy not do, take COVID money, go buy motor car. They take COVID money, they eat some. Waiting day what they not do.
That $1.8 million.
Then they make a campaign. You think where SLPP use now be Ebola? Everything they use Corona money. Imagine what is similar to you they dance, Papa God. And they say, They were APC now they give this guy feather. Now they make him foot. Now he goes him foot say for me they dance with her. Now APC make the foot song get rank. Ibrahim. This guy, all kinds of things this guy do in the country. They allow this guy to dance for salon people.
I swear to God.
They allow this guy to dance for
salon people. Can the UK all join? Can the UK
all join? They don't do Sampa all over the place. They don't do Sampa. Now that they get a goals, now they get a chance. Open in the dance show. They don't Sampa. You know?
No, you better. Can him kill her? You don't go Kabbalah say, ain't got no mark for that on president. Better you don't know that. Yes.
What's that one?
You see, got no mark for that. You see that? You see Ibrahim? You see that dog there? You see, now make Chasmaga talk. Which Chasmaga be say, if you Trump president, if they make parliament chieftaincy, then go into election 5 years.
Yeah.
Where they go to Kabbalah? Go me that idiot. Where did we call the parliament chief and the way don't turn politician? When that if not to God and exclude out APC, if we don't die, if we rotten if we die, we not them fly up, pull out a saloon, go to India. Except you want send, no, if you go greet yourself. You can say in a paramount chief picking, you can escort in company paramount chief picking for go see paramount chief like Kabbalah. Okay, let me tell you something, Ibrahim. With that other dog Alimu, we see now SFP pay 60% of that money before even 2018. That township not that. Ibrahim, why are they saying Madam you get crowd? Ask anybody, we former president Kwame Nkrumah Kabbalah. It's Alex and one who continue long with the street. You know, when anytime you see incumbents destroy so, if you don't know how much you don't feel. We incumbents who Ibrahim need the Agba. 2012 we see President Kwame Nkrumah Kabbalah. When I'm inside the John side, like Curtis dog. Because you know say he get message for he don't deliver. You don't at least do most of the things they get outside the points. But I believe a point for one thing we don't do apart from destruction of salon economy. Like point for one thing we don't do. Even the free education, let's say the success of free education. Look in the school video then is there. They put in the classroom, in the camp, in the pizza inside the classroom. So part that is so. Also that it is.
Say if you see incumbents they jump so the war is so for election. They get the word and they downplay like I say, oh now inclusion and all that thing and then they go play that kind of you killer. But come on, I tell you one thing, when you watch the way Mother be you desperate. No say no say don't fail the people. Where you have Aneskoma, where it be face Charles Mackay, the next election because of how he performed. Not only make Charles Mackay begin to call and say you're ungrateful. Because if you don't become a no say a do what seeing the people that they want, face lights, make road, salon be they move on. The way he can't out that, if he proud bad, he see and say, this now the salon people themselves they put me back. They don't be need for worry. Ibrahim, and they tell you one thing, when the way Mother be you they behave, you don't know say it's like I say, bang like it no say this that, if you not fet, it go. However, Ibrahim, you see, like waiting comrade mentioned where that man said we audio where he said this election now the people versus bad politicians. Ibrahim, if APC be serious, or in fact I still believe say they get time. Ibrahim, if this ID card say they talk without postponing this election, the only thing when me they feel and then first time voters them will not make the register. That's what not the other way they say the 260,000 people left. Oh, now they make them delay the ID card. Oh, they don't add them all back. But you see the deception? But at the same thing, back when they make, they say postpone the election. Ibrahim, and the suspect, if the way Mother be you desperate, so how will they campaign? I don't ever see like an incumbent president campaign this way.
Oh, this is desperation.
Ibrahim, if APC be serious, if APC kind of like monitor this election, Ibrahim, I convince say Mother be in desperation now because it no say it go if APC serious. However, Ibrahim, can the people be protected? That is the vote of the people and the will of the people. Man will say the vote because the one way they disenfranchise not for register, the one way they don't remove the name from the register and all that thing. Can the will of the people be protected, Ibrahim?
That's a great question. But you don't go back to Mother viewing point. Of course, Mother is very desperate. He want this power. I know say for continue. What you do, say there's a segment of Samuel Kamara who is ready and willing to open up these Africanist press publications after publications when it comes to corruption and all that stuff. Or look, Samuel, we don't say they move on. We'll come back to all of these things. But these guys know the crimes they don't commit, the financial crimes, the human rights abuses, the constitutional abuse and everything. So they know say for sustain and hold on to this power. And the parliament, the former parliamentarian, they don't sell already. They've handed over everything to Madabio. So they don't know. If you look,
Samura, Now vote now we the people of Salon vote with a mandate. The first mandate to the vote before the for fight corruption.
Absolutely.
There is no way they tell you say upon himself no more. They say me I know the fight corruption and they can't left all that if we have president in case to case. Then when they would I happy for them. Would I happy for them?
You know,
Ibrahim na corruption SFP pick out. There's still they lie.
Yeah.
This one who too don't see we African president this Ibrahim will get for no the truth on their publication and day. There is no way Sierra Leone will sit on left hand. No, sleeping dog lines about that thing. What do they say? Let no say they will kill nobody because of the SLPP or they will kill the person at because of the SLPP. But for say they need to investigate then nobody know the country. Now they start the first fets for Islamic on Ibrahim. We vote you with a mandate and the mandate can for make people life better. One man people life for better. Now we you as a leader say not to me all this publication I don't see for the 5 years. People in data salon, businesses and did we African president measure them did they?
Absolutely.
People in names and the address and things that the publication. We have to investigate them. If not true, okay. If not lie now, we'll go no. But we very well know say government is able to defend themselves by African president. Not to them will hold them accountable. African president they are alive. Then get the evidence. You still have 25% of the evidence of voting non-poll force, voting SFP don't give 25%. Imagine Ibrahim. This was if alone. You don't give you that. Imagine we don't see that investigation, but can give you the balance 75% evidence in the court.
Absolutely. So
I'm possible to say they can focus investigate. And I know it's true.
Absolutely.
And that's why the self we discuss. That's why they investigate. We really support that. We even argue on this self.
And what's important more?
Then the toilet or wash and clean will put on.
Absolutely. What's important more back now? The Victims Advocate Commission, the APC as a party, go for set up that victims commission day because people suffer for 5 years. Then take advantage of people and lives them. Them and me at least. We for open up a public commission of inquiry so the people can get for come and can read the story. Would the APC involved in that? They go tell you say no, we got for move on for going to development. They don't know say again. Then little things and then the fester in society really destroy it. But you know, Kashi, we can use any currency now in Sierra Leone. Just go to more legal tender. I see the guy they go defend on the Bank of Sierra Leone, but I think so for discussing that tomorrow in depth. No, so Kashi, tomorrow in depth. Not take that issue.
You see. It is very, very sad for we country. You know, I listen to somebody they talk say that Zimbabwe is salon they talk so, but it not for hidden secret, Ibrahim. The moment we redenominate, we go to Zimbabwe the situation, and I told people let's say that redenomination it calls for make we currency lost in value.
Who approve the redenomination?
You know, and again, well, tell me about it. The parliament, they even do like almost money they actually print. Imagine this nothing where they say they use the two currencies them, you know, like at the same time for 3 months. Now they don't push them until January next year, 2024. Ibrahim, you see this situation. Imagine for make you currency, they talk say, oh, that I listen to the guy that AYB, they talk say the reason why they allowed that for Apple. I mean, we'll discuss that tomorrow, Ibrahim. But just a taste that. He's saying that because like people in the camp, they find them difficult for change the currency. Ibrahim! I listen to this guy. This guy, that side they go pull the qualification for God's sake. Ibrahim, currency, it's all about demand and supply. If people demand your currency more, it becomes more valuable. So for me, you tell me, say, now, there is no way. Now, basically, people in the Gulf can demand the dollar more. So, and Ibrahim, the more they demand you, the more you become expensive. So now the Leons they become worse. Papa God. So Ibrahim not talk about that too much. It's lucky. Because how a country go say you want to make them easy for the one that will Canada airport? Because why you not even create that scene for men to demand the Leons? Because when they can a salon, they demand the Leons, it means the Leons they become more valuable. Why then, instead of they demand the Leons, they will rather demand the dollar and the pounds and the euro and all that thing, and they even give power and strength to the foreign currencies. And when they devalue the Leons, you see where this not the bossy. Alaki on top, Alaki, 9 happen that salon. It is worrying. you go see them, they say, oh, never you make an easy at the airport, the dollar. You need it, you even they give more value to the dollar. When they ready, they say, oh, the currency they bad because now world crisis. That you go to the country there. If London do the country there, you show the what kind of stupidity this for God's sake. The country, if we left them in the hands of these people, then we just grumble on a corner. Because what is going on is just mind-blowing. Sometimes you sit down and say, how many people are come out? Nah. Even some of themselves cannot think like this. You say, we say, for me, you make this easy. When we say currency is all about demand and supply, now you make the dollar, they become more, then they demand the dollar, and then they demand the dollar more, and the foreign currency, they become stronger. Now you need to say, instead of you make them demand you leons, when they can't offend you leons, before that, now they go say, make them offend the dollar. You give more power to them. But
they go to deep tomorrow, bruh. They go to deep tomorrow. Alone left us so. But all of these things, like we come recruit, can say, when you for them, not to usa you go for them, you look, you watch usa you buck your food. So all of this now, salon people they are now. Hey, they use now they don't make for use foreign money. Now salon usa you begin. From the redenomination process, who that they approve of the parliament, who that they did the APC did the NGC did the C4C did the, who that they represent APC in the parliament. Now Honorable Cherry Coco, who is the running mate of the APC party in this next election. These are the people that they allow that bank governor for go redenominate with money. What to do? Because you remember where African Express military we say then we feel say certain members of the APC party gets the old currency. So we find way for this. The level of and this is where the opposition within the opposition comes in. Whenever they fetch themselves, because what you do, they don't get the money, so they want the we don't go the old parliament because everything. Let them not able to use their money. But tell me, this is how rich the bank governor come go redenominate at a time where the the economy not be stable. But then tomorrow we're going so deep into all that. They don't left that today. The fact of the matter is that audio will play for now. The Liberian members of parliament. We say what's he coming?
Don't thief. Most people enjoy.
Exactly. And I want to reflect on this. Liberia Parliament, the parliamentarian make them very clear inside ECOWAS. 3 months, 9 get for register. We see Salone, we members of parliament, they support NEC and the SLPP government for register with people them 2 weeks. Bonus if we go ask, so these things God. Anyway, until they don't left for the come after Lance Naduboya, so they take easy by the firing. Lord, they go. After the elections, by God in power, we'll do the proper analysis them. But all of these things are on people. Una don't look how go for them so now. Una look how buck with foot. That they the problem there. They now una wale lawyer Lance Naduboya fix all the problem with them from fix 5 years ago. For they can fix inside in the last 2 months. It's not possible. Lance Naduboya, come recruiter, like I could say, when you're in charge, you take charge. Lawyer Lance Naduboya, take charge, you're in charge. I think it's time you begin call people to order. When people step out of line, call them to order. We don't need for you, we don't need for no. Call them to order. Take charge. You get the legal mandate for represent the APC. Anybody that can talk to you, if you're not talking in line with which you talk with at the secretariat, they should be called to order. I think say you in charge, take charge. When you watch the play within the APC.
That's what leadership say, Rams. When they can take charge. There's no talking about it.
Without dragging it, and also we can end the audio. Again, Ibrahim, you see the dangerous position and the fact that if he wants to take charge, remember he is not the head. He gets about 4 people ahead of him. If this guy they get backing from this other 4 people, they go sabotage the guy in role as the Secretary General. Because why would they be saying one thing and then like your deputy campaign manager, they say another thing? We do not want to create tension between una two, by the way, but we're just calling it out. And, so we have to be careful. Ibrahim, what if, you see Samuel Kamara, because they were part of the team A, you get the Cherry Coco, you get the Mikhailo, you get the Payasane, before you cancel Lance Nadumuya. So are they all backing Adi Macaulay for go against? Or maybe they say Adi Macaulay do out of you know, like what you say to them, we see, you know, look, you know, see this way where they talk and so, Ibrahim. But why, for saying to them, you get the backing of these people, so you feel like I say, oh, no, I'm not going to listen to the Secretary General.
Actually, we do not know. I believe so if you get the backing of everybody, you're not going to include Pamin Kailu Masari, because if anything, I think he's being a very neutral force within this whole thing. But however, when you look at the play of everything else, Samora Kamara is the leader of the APC party, where they travel. If he decide not to travel with the Secretary General, but he travel with the other person, they go say, well, I'll be the lawyer. But lawyer last night is just as a qualified lawyer as Adi Macaulay. You know, travel with them for come to America. You know, travel with them to London. Hey, when I say body party, they show the dysfunction, how disjointed you guys are, how dysfunctional the political party is. You know, they travel with the Secretary General. You know, travel with your PRO. When are the people in this week for coming? anyways. Salon sick. But anyway, we manage. Something they do now, they manage no more. For now, they manage how they go. But they reach there. But we know the goal is now for get rid of the SLPP once and for all, and we bring up some sanity come to the country, and then we'll fix the rest of the other issues there. But one thing one knows, I say, Alien, democracy, not in both of these two political parties. Only people they speak, they are a democracy, but they're not democratic in their nature. Within them, they're not democratic at all. The only thing we Africans, and especially Sierra Leoneans right now, they listen to that barbarism. And somebody will come with a tough love that country and make sure they do the right thing for rescue that country. But democracy is not at play in our nation. Waiting in autocracy, everybody feels it better past the other people. A certain percentage of the population don't feel seen and get the country they own. Therefore, the rest of mankind not for say anything after them. When you talk and say the FTIA, you tell them the truth and say the FTIA. That is the nation that we have. They like it today. I make for 5 years. We see the suffer. We see the suffer of people that they go through. We see the pain. Now we all the say rest there. What thing we do for stop? Let the rest not reach to that point. We the rest from 200,000 where Madam you can take begin go 300, 400, 500. What thing then do for stop? Let not reach that point. There. We see continue for gold, rice the expensive per mine, oil, Maggi, pepper, all thing, petrol. Now don't dare. So what thing they do for stopper? Get to parliament within the under 5 years. Well, come with a cash when I closer.
Ibrahim, name Solomon, like the APC party, they get one message and they give them people the way they will listen to and comprehend. Because at the end of the day, the message is very important and everybody they follow. Now, we don't get better days again. That's the 3 days to election. Ibrahim, any message we then give down and they sink. So they appeal to them, say, now they see one message, who said they will propagate, help them for propagate, so people them. Because seeing this message, who's going to propagate, going for the kind of discuss the message, them begin, the best thing of floor get one message by him.
Absolutely. Gashi.
You know, Ibrahim, again, we talk about Adi Macaulay. Again, I did talk about like the lawyer, what's my name, Msg or so. Again, it's the same thing. Like, why would I cannot I don't even comprehend, Ibrahim, the fact that the APC seems for the call, say, then they go for me to go arrange SNPP will just say, you guys are a bunch of jokers. When they talk, say, when make they change the ID card, when they threaten, say, when I will call Million Man March and all that in the peaceful protest, but yet still when they go and kind of like arrange with the things that when they make the election, they give credence to the whole election process and all that. And the same thing with comrade. You're confusing your people. You're confusing your people. Like, come with a clear message. Again, it could well be like the whole disjointedness, the whole thing about like, the Secretary General. People do not want because they get and this is the problem, Ibrahim. Salon people have focus on the real issues. They've been telling you guys, I like now Fatima Bio conduct the election, and they announced say Madam Bio they lost. I like now one person vote, Madam Bio they go. Now all of a sudden, all that don't be dished. Then they tell you now say, may they kind of like, postpone the election. Salon people have. We've been consistent. We've always been consistent in our messaging and telling us, say, some of these things, like, we not allow, make it kind of like me, Papa can say, small piece, 9 because if we not allow that goat where you know that you get for toot, not allow, make it go inside poto. If now you get for toot, now the goats don't go, it don't go dance inside the poto. Now, usai other can toot. Now you have all kind of pieces now for cover on our head. If you not cover on our head, you go blind. Ibrahim. Anyway, over to you, man.
Gashi left me, but tell me why you is sweet. What you can tell me what then true. Would they left me, bro?
If I tell you, this is the thing. So Salon people, they prefer sweet than true. The reason why we are also with this delegate today, Brian, now because of sweet messaging. If we be the Guinean sweet message, you know them saying in the way. Imagine saying to the people in the tell me say, "Oh, Cashbox, don't left outside. It be all the economy." Ebo, what happened? Me not Chris, man. For us, you don't account for economy. Say, when we say no country at all, no economy need better. If the political situation not be fixed, then we want to talk about economy. What happened? Now me not Chris, man, but just can't talk about like a big fool, like me head on cut. People don't wake up for God's sake. I wake up. Me can tell us something was sweet. You can tell us say, oh, that's not the thing. Oh, that's not the economy. Don't bother. Oh, that's not. No, without telling us waiting the reason why. No, like you talk so. You just want me to tell them no more waiting sweet. You're not picking. Just buy a lollipop for them. You don't be fool them. But when a situation, but when you give them medicine, it's a certain country that are better because like the paracetamol for picking and they make them sweet now.
Right.
So don't wait. Say mama and papa just they smash the panadol, they put on a spoon and say, open your mouth. The doctor inside it. But you know, it's just like sweet thing them. You know what make once the medicine the way they heal them up and make that country they better. Now sweet message. Now continue with that sweet message. Now Coco and Maku now go pack powder. Over to you, Brian.
Because if me Fatima be like now you are the next commissioner with the win the election.
Jokers. Bunch of jokers.
Anyway, to we can turn back. Bye bye everybody.